This podcast episode is brought to you by GoTo, quality, effective skincare that actually works.
Hello and welcome to Self-Helped, the show where we've done the therapy so that you don't have to.
I'm Tally Smythe.
And I'm Maggie Kelly.
And while we're not licensed professionals, we sure have kept quite a few of them in business.
We're best friends in very different life stages, but from shrinks to bookstore bargain bins, we've both sampled the full self-help buffet.
And now we're dishing it out, secondhand, reheated and seasoned with some questionable life choices. This is Self-Helped.
On today's episode, we're delving into the concept of internet face. That is, the airbrushed, plumped and filtered face we're now expected to have both offline as well as on.
Speaking of perfection, we're then chatting about the rise of natural teeth and finally onto the most revealing questions you can ask a person. Show us your future baby names list.
Ooh, it's a great show ahead, so let's get stuck into some armchair therapy. Okay, Tull, hello. We're back on the therapy couch. Another fun week of cranking open a can of worms.
Yep, one of us will be on the virtual couch and the other one is worm wrangling.
I feel like this analogy is getting a bit gross.
Yeah, it's a bit icky. Agreed. Time to begin. Mags, you are on the couch today. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I have my worms at the ready.
I thought we were leaving that behind. Therapy is now in session. So, Mags, welcome back to my fake therapist couch. What have you brought for us here today?
Thank you. Today, I bring you a topic that has been niggling at me for months, pretty much, I would say, since we started this show.
Okay, go on. I'm interested. Is it to do with Taylor Swift?
Listen, after being slammed by your Swiftie fan base, I am saying nothing about Taylor Swift, what a lovely woman she is.
Probably for the best.
Today we are not talking about Taylor Swift again. Today I want to talk about internet face.
I beg your finest pardon.
I knew you were going to ask that. Okay, so I have made up another term, internet face. And today I bring you, it's a bit of a quandary. Mm-hmm. And I think it comes down to real face versus internet face. Allow me to explain.
Please do.
Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. With the rise of online filters, i.e. Instagram or TikTok, I feel like we're starting to lose touch with our real faces. Mm-hmm. I think this is coming up for me. This is probably the most online I have been in my entire career. So I have gone from being a journalist to working in strategy. I'm behind a desk in a little dark room. People aren't looking at me. For the first time probably in my career, I'm in front of a camera every single week. Mm-hmm. In addition to that, social media, all of the clips. I've started doing some other hosting work. I'm starting to see myself all the time on camera. And I don't think
Welcome to my life.
Right. So this is sort of old hat for you, but a very new experience for me. And what I'm finding is with all of the content that's going up, I'm feeling very, very tempted to put on a filter or a full face of makeup. And I really am
Or a mask.
Or
a sack.
Or a Batman mask. I think what really, it sort of like reached critical mass when we did our beautiful photo shoot for this show, which was so much fun, so great. Loved everything that came out of it. But we did a behind the scenes reel. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time in my life that I'd have just mystery camera person following me around the room.
Where you weren't posing, right?
I wasn't posing. I wasn't aware. And you and I kind of had this discussion because I spiraled so bad. I was like, take this clip out and I don't like this. I turned up on set in like big baggy jeans and a big baggy men's shirt, my usual getting ready kind of outfit. Mm-hmm. And it was so shocking. I saw myself on camera and went, oh my God, is that what I look like?
To be fair, you were wearing like a painting smock. You know when you went to kindergarten and they'd tell you to bring one of Dad's old shirts and you'd wear it backwards?
To be fair, Dad's old shirt is probably how I would describe my style anyway.
Yeah,
even today's kind of giving Dad's old
I love
shirt.
that T-shirt. That's
a pretty
sick.
good T-shirt. Anyway, so what this did is it really started to create this thought pattern of I don't like my real face. I'm going to be on the internet. I need to kind of front up, makeup, filter, whatever it is. And what an unhealthy place to find ourselves. So how did we get here? I've done a bit of thinking about this. In our age group, 37, 36, we've started our lives in the age of the analog camera, where someone very deliberately would pick up a camera, point it in your direction, you would smile, you'd take the photo.
And you'd have no idea how it turned out.
No one cared, to be honest, because where's that photo going to go? In a photo album inside your house. Also, if you took a bad photo, do you remember you would just throw it out?
Yeah.
It was like 30 that you would get in a film and there'd be like 10 that was shit and you'd just
Your thumb would be over like most of them. Yeah.
Or you'd look like a goof and you'd go, it was a bad photo. From there, we then go into the age of the digital camera where you wouldn't leave the house without your little digital camera.
My pink little one.
Yep. And you would just photo dump like 100 photos into a Facebook album. Again, no one really looked through them. It was, it was a pretty private experience. Then the camera phone came along. And even at that point in time, I don't think it was that bad because Instagram photos had 70 filters and it was all a bit like obtuse and weird.
Balenciaga. Yeah.
And it was less about documenting and more just still using it as one would use a camera.
Yeah.
Fast forward to where we are now and we have been documented every minute of every day of our lives. We have cameras on us. I'm feeling this experience probably pretty dramatically at the moment because I've been thrust into this, new world of being on camera. And despite being full of feminist propaganda, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting here kind of uncomfortable.
Okay, tell me why.
I'm sitting here a little bit like, ew.
Yes.
Like, ooh.
Why?
Well, I mean, it's hitting really close to the bone for me, and I'm sweating a little bit. Basically, I've had a camera pointed at my face since I was 15 years old. I did I was discovered at the 2003 girlfriend model search.
Was it at a Westfield?
No, Rumba Music Festival.
Oh,
Taxi
so
Ride
good.
was playing.
Wow,
and
you
Pink
were cool for
and Shaggy.
15.
Then I was thrown onto national television, obviously, in all my morning face glory. And then for 12 straight years after that, I have been documenting and taking selfies of my face on Instagram. And if anyone's been haunted by their own face, it's definitely me. I still, to this day, and it's not something that I'm proud of, and I still to this day struggle with not filtering or editing my content. I struggle to make peace with the 25-year-old Australian Met and the 37-year-old that I am today in reality. I've gotten better. I don't use the Instagram story filters anymore.
Didn't even know they existed. Okay.
Yeah, they did. They give you really snatched
Oh, the
jaw and
airbrush?
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've gotten better, but there's still some way to go for me. And I feel this pressure to keep up with this next generation of younger, slimmer, dewier, more supple TikTokers and content creators. It is a dog-eat-dog world in my industry, and the pressure to look perfect on the gram is an everyday battle for me and one that I'm still fighting. So I love this topic.
Yes.
And in the age of do I or don't I with an Instagram filter, I think it's something we can all relate to.
Internet face, you heard it here first. Let's get started.
Release the worms. Okay, Mag, so for people up the back and also my dad that's listening, hi Dad, how do you define internet face?
Let me tell you what it is.
Please do.
So
Tell my dad, tell Phil what it is.
Phil, let me tell you what internet face is. So I'm going to give you an example that I think summarizes it so well. Kris Jenner. The woman's almost 70, right?
Stunning.
Not what someone should look like at that age. So the first time I saw a photo of her post God knows what she's had done, facelift and everything
she's had
else.
the bloody works.
She's been through a car wash,
kit
basically.
caboodle.
She looks great. Anyway, the first time I saw a photograph of her, I thought, oh, look, Kris is back on the filters and she's gone too far this time because she looks about 20. Then I read an article which showed a photograph of her, no filters, like a paparazzi photo, and I realized this was her actual face. I think they've just cut it off and stuck it back on like a birthday cake.
I have never seen anything like that before. That is a full-on transformation. And you have this feeling of like, am I allowed to think it looks good?
Well,
am I allowed to want to know what she had done?
And the reason we all think it looks good is because she is now without a single flaw. Her face is airbrushed perfection. There isn't a wrinkle. There isn't a sunspot. Everything is perfect. And I think this really strange thing is happening where the face that we think we know on ourselves and the face we commonly present out to the world are two very different things. So I'm calling it real face and internet face.
Okay, so if we're speaking of real face versus internet face, which do you prefer and why?
There is no question. Internet face, absolutely. So I am turning 37 this month. I am for the first time in my life looking in the mirror and seeing aging.
Yeah, feels, sis, feels.
Right. And every part of me wants to be a better feminist and embrace that and go, you know, I've earned my wrinkles and I love them. I don't love them. I feel like inside I'm still 25 years old and what I'm seeing on the outside does not look like that anymore, and I'm really struggling. I think the other weird thing here is that for the first time in history, we have a choice on how we present to the world. In the past, maybe aging was easier to be okay with because there wasn't really anything you can do about it. These days, firstly, online, which is our second life, it's a very big dynamic second life that we have with a digital persona. You can make that look however you want.
I mean, with AI, we could literally look like Angelina Jolie if we wanted to.
Does it even matter what you look like in real life? And you and I have done this before where we've gone, let's get a photo. Oh no, we don't have any makeup on or we don't look so good. Doesn't matter, we'll put a filter on it. Weird, right?
Yeah. Again, feeling very uncomfortable over here in my Nicole Kidman at a cult outfit with my Neurospicy t-shirt on. I feel like I feel like I have gotten so used to my internet face that I'm often disappointed when I look in the mirror.
Yes.
I'm even shocked and confused.
Yes.
I go, no, I don't. No. What's happened there? Like
I must be really tired.
It's really sad. And I'm saying it with like a laugh in my voice because I think I'm uncomfortable. But I have spent so many years staring at my own perfect grid that I've convinced myself that that's how I look. And then sometimes I get a rude shock when I will walk past a shop window and I will catch this like Quasimodo hunchback of Notre Dame and be like, who the hell is that? And like, how sad is that's just.
It is so sad.
That's really sad.
It is really sad.
That's really grim.
I know. And you know, Tal, like when this show started and we've both podcasted before, even from the time of our first podcast to this show, I recorded that last podcast all hours of the morning under a blanket, no makeup. It was very much an audio experience. And now that we have this video added in, it's been this like almost negative experience of seeing myself on camera and going, oh, I don't like what I see.
Yeah, even me. I mean, it's much easier to perfect and airbrush and, you know, a static image to watch yourself on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do all kinds of things. I can give us a tan. I can make us look like we've just been to the Bahamas. But you're still going to get that double chin from the side.
Yes.
You're still going to see
the wrinkles.
And you know, it's all in HD. Speaking of sad, because this is all a bit grim, let's be real. What do you think is the biggest tragedy of internet face?
So I think that it's creating this false economy. I think that what it's doing is it's like buying us time that doesn't exist. So we're kicking the tin down the road or kicking the can down the road, whatever the saying is, right? We're like prolonging something that's inevitable. And I think about this a lot. So I get Botox. I absolutely thrash a filter on an Instagram post. It has occurred to me that one day I'll have to stop these things and allow the aging process to happen. Like, what am I going to be 70 years old and just completely frozen forehead? I mean, Kris Jenner's done it, to be fair. But I think in all seriousness, I think that it is extremely sad that we're starting to disconnect ourselves from our actual reflection. That's a really weird, very, very modern problem we find ourselves with.
What about dating? Because I know when I was back being single, I chose the best of the best. My 5 photos, I could have been a Victoria's Secret model. Were any of them au naturel? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
but
see,
then
that's interesting.
We're going to meet up and you're going to be like, oh, like what happened to her?
Right.
Is it catfishing? Are we catfishing ourselves?
Yes, we are. I think it's a real Pyrrhic victory, right? Because it's like you've won the battle but lost the war. You might get that date with someone, but they're going to see you in real life. And moreover, they're going to see you without makeup on at some point in time. So the further we get away from that authentic, natural face, you're setting yourself up for failure. For
me and my career, I often worry about the the effect that internet face is having on the younger generation of women who look up to influencers, celebrities, and content creators and see this unrealistic, perfect version and think that they're not good enough. And then end up getting work done to try and keep up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. And that's what keeps me up at night. Touching on that, you said in 2025, the internet face is a combination of knowing your best angles, good lighting is key, readily available makeup knowledge and filters. But what about those people that are starting to get the work done so that they look like this 24/7 all the time? People like Kris Jenner.
I think that everyone's starting to look exactly the same. And all of these wonderful flaws, if you want to call them that, or quirks of our faces that we're ironing out, everyone's looking the same. Weird teeth, weird noses, weird eyes, chubby faces, skinny faces. These were the things that made people so beautiful and unusual. And now we're just homogenizing the entire experience. I think a lot also about, do you remember Heidi Montag?
Mate, do I remember Heidi? Heidi and Spencer, they're still in my orbit.
So, Tal, I didn't what show was she on? What was it called?
Hills.
The Hills.
Oh
Okay,
my
all right.
God, Mum, you're
Listen,
so embarrassing.
I didn't watch The Hills, but I do remember seeing this scene online where Heidi Montag's had a whole lot of surgery
The
done.
works.
And in this time,
Not Chris's doctor.
I want to say it was like 10 years ago, but it was a very dramatic thing to do at such a young age. I think we were all pretty shocked. But I remember this scene where she sees her mum for the first time and her mum starts crying.
Yeah,
and she goes, I don't recognize you anymore. And for me, that's sort of the saddest part is, sure, you might have a more typically beautiful face that seems to meet a certain criteria, but you don't look like you anymore.
The concern is also that this certain criteria ages. Like everybody that went and got the BBLs because of Kim Kardashian are now getting them removed because BBLs are no longer in.
Right.
Kylie's, big pouty lips, people are getting them removed. So that's also a concern in terms of the fact that these beauty standards and beauty trends change.
And so brutally as well. I think we see ourselves as past this chapter of history where we had corsets or feet binding.
But are we really? People are still wearing corsets, waist trainers.
Exactly. And you see these women coming back from Turkey with just like insane amount of surgery. The mummy makeover. Let's talk about mummy makeovers for a minute because that is huge.
Yeah.
In a mummy makeover, typically you will have breast enlargement and lift. You will get your stomach cut open and sewn together so it's flat. Most women, get their, what is this? A facelift?
Jowls?
Yeah, get their jowls done. This is an enormous amount of work to chop your body up and meet a certain standard. And I am all here. If you have something that you don't like about yourself, for God's sake, you have my blessing. What was it Bob Catter said? May 1,000 blossoms bloom. But every 30 seconds, someone's eaten by a crocodile. But seriously, it's like this is a hugely brutal industry. And I think we maybe just need to stop for a minute and go, who do we even look like anymore?
I'd have to agree with you. I've also been getting Botox since I was 29 years old. Big fan. I often say that the reason I don't look 37, sunscreen and Botox. But it's never something that I've advertised. In fact, this is the very first time I'm publicly saying that on the record.
Ooh, how does it make you feel?
Well, I thought it was important, especially with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I have no qualms in owning up to it. If someone messages me or slips into my DMs and asks, I would say, I've had Botox. Here's the name of my chick. She's amazing. She's great. Send her a message.
Right.
I'm not pretending or I have no qualms in owning up to it.
Yes.
My concern is that I have been offered free boob jobs, free lip filler, free Botox, you name it, I've been offered it for free. And I've always turned it down or chosen to pay for my Botox so that I don't have to promote it on my socials purely because I don't want the younger generation or any of my young female followers to see me getting a procedure done or see me with, in the Botox chair and think, oh, she gets it done.
Right.
I have to as well.
Normalizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you are seeing a lot more of yourself lately with this podcast and you're struggling. And I've obviously been privy to that because it's me editing all the social clips.
Oh, you've been seeing a lot of me lately.
I'm so sick of I'm actually so sick of both of our faces. I said to Ned this morning, I see so much of us. I hear our voices in my sleep. I'm having night terrors of us just going,
This is self-help.
Anyway, you mentioned that you're struggling seeing so much of yourself, and I fully understand that it's not easy, and I've definitely just kind of become numb to it. But I feel like, with all due respect and love, you've always loved posing and you've always been a little bit of a fashion diva girly. So what has changed in this regard?
Well, that's a good one. So I think I grew up in my 20s in a very flamboyant, over-the-top club kid scene here in Melbourne.
Club rat.
Well, we weren't club rats. We were club kids in like the very New York sense of the word, in that we would be in costume and it was a very queer community and it was over the top and music.
The costume is, you get to hide behind a costume,
that's
right?
true. But also like there's an ugliness to club kid culture that people kind of love. So it's like torn fishnets or makeup on your face, or it's not about perfection. It's very much the opposite. And we were young, you know, I think it was like a flamboyant, fun time. It was also predating this really brutal chapter of the internet that we're in, where people will just bring you down. Like you would put up photos and people go, looks like a great night. And that's all you had to expect. It was just really nice.
Yeah.
And I think that now that we're in this really brutal internet culture, I'm absorbing that criticism of the audience and reflecting it back on myself. And I'm seeing for the first time very normal but very confronting kind of things that I don't notice in my day-to-day. I'm aging. I have wrinkles. I have saggy boobs because I'm a mum that's been breastfeeding. Like these are all normal things.
Boobs, mate.
They're like fried eggs on meat hooks. They're under my armpits.
Oh, such a visual for me. Can I just say though, on that, as the official social media manager of the podcast, I have not seen one comment on any of our reels, any of our TikToks, any of our stories that talk about our appearance. All I've seen is, that's a sick hat. Where are those pants from? I can so relate. Thank you for sharing. Wow. This really hit home. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting that we are still nervous critical. And scared.
Yeah.
But we're not hearing that from, at least from the amazing people that listen to the podcast. And I'm sure that they're all lovely women.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I'd be more than happy to go
I was
through.
actually going to say. Okay. So as they sung in Cody Ugly, which is a classic, by the way, from that era, from the glory days. You can't fight the moonlight.
Can't fight the moonlight.
Deep in the dark, you get on the table, Maggie.
Surrender your heart.
Don't you know? Can't fight the moonlight. Oh. She's coming, by the way. Should we go as a team? Should we all go for a class trip, guys? You can't fight the moonlight, but you also cannot fight getting older. How do we all work to move past this aversion to aging, ditch the internet face, and not only start accepting but loving our real face? Because if you have the answers to that, I'm also taking notes.
You know, it's so hard. And I'm going to be really honest with you. You can see in our notes, I had this very scripted answer and I'm going to call bullshit on myself. So my answer said this. There was a supermodel, and I think it was Miranda Kerr, that said, it doesn't matter what skincare you use, the only way that you'll really achieve that supermodel glow is what you put in your body. So good food, sleep, blah, blah, blah.
Which is true, scientifically.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But also it helps if you're born looking like Miranda Kerr. At some point in your life, and this is why I'm calling bullshit, you will turn 37 and you will get older. And it doesn't matter how many kiwi fruits you eat a day, you're still going to get older. So to give you a really honest response to that question, I think it's exposure therapy. I think it's like, for me, every part of me wants to shrink away from being on camera and go, no, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too this. No, you got to keep showing up and you've got to see yourself in all of that wrinkly, imperfect glory and make peace with it. And I think that exposure therapy is the only way to get around it.
I would really like if you kept showing up, because this would be really hard to do on my own.
No. Ali, you've got a few thoughts. You could jump in here, surely.
You and your strapless bra. Come on. Okay, Mags. Well, this has been a really raw and relatable chat for me especially, and I'm sure for everyone listening. You don't have to be an influencer to fall victim of internet face. I know that for a fact.
True.
Or to feel the pressure to have one. What we've uncovered here is that internet face sits on a spectrum, right? At the light end, it's filters, good lighting, knowing your angles. And at the heavy end, we have injectables, filler, surgery, and the erasure of what makes your face yours, right?
Yes.
The face you were born with.
Yes.
The face that your siblings or your mum might have, or your grandma might have that little weird scar or dimple.
Right. And the weird things are usually the things that make people the most beautiful.
what makes you unique.
Yeah,
And being different is beautiful, right? The appeal is obvious. Internet face connects us to a shinier, younger, glowier version of ourselves. But here's the catch, as you said, it's a false economy. And think of it kind of like your payday loan for your self-esteem, right? Quick relief, long-term cost.
Yes.
It's also contributing to the ever-evolving, never-ending list of unrealistic beauty standards and expectations for the next generation of young women and little girls. Girls like Minty, your daughter.
Good one. Now you make me feel really bad.
You know, how would you feel listening to Minty talk to herself the way you speak to yourself sometimes? I think that's so important. How we speak to ourselves matters. Little girls pick up everything. And if you wouldn't like Minty saying that about herself, maybe change the way you speak about yourself. For so many of us, self-worth has often been tied to how we look. I know that for me, modelling since I was 13. That's not vanity, that's just kind of culture. We've been told that our value is in our face, right? Face card. So aging feels like a betrayal. Add high-def cameras because everything's in HD now.
Right, yeah.
Everything is crystal clear.
I miss those Instagram filters of 2006.
Everything is crystal clear. Add HD cameras, endless content to the mix, and it's no wonder the bad angles feel brutal. And this is something that, again, I feel every day. It's a real thorn in my side. But I think there is a way forward, and I think it's not another filter, believe it or not. It's exposure therapy, as you said. I agree with that. Let the unflattering photo stay up.
Oh, that's so cringy.
Put up if it's a cute photo, but you know, it's blurry or you've got a double chin or you can see that massive zit on your chin, whatever. Post the cute shot, even if you can see your designer eye bags. Sit with your makeup-free reflection. Notice the lines, the spots, the quirks. And remember that none of these things erase your worth. Now, you are holding your face looking physically uncomfortable. Because, Maggie, the truth is growing older isn't a failure, it's a privilege.
Yeah,
we know that. We know that in our heart of hearts, but I think really sitting with that and acknowledging that. My mum didn't get a chance to grow older, so it really is a privilege. Our real face tells a story every laugh line, every late night, every year that you've lived. And the people who love us aren't counting wrinkles, they're counting memories. Okay, Mags. Are you ready for this next part? I know.
This is so confronting.
We got to practice what we preach. We got to walk the walk.
Honestly, I am happy to spill all of my life trauma on this show, but what you're about to ask me to do, I have never felt so uncomfortable. I don't want to do this.
You touch up your makeup a couple of times throughout recording.
I know I'm like a good Southern woman, you know, my lipstick's smeared.
I've been putting more and more makeup on every week because I've been looking washed out. Anyway, homework time, guys.
Oh, God.
This will make sense in a second. Homework time. Today, we're leveling the F up. Call it exposure therapy, call it reclamation, in solidarity. And to practice what we preach, Mags and I are taking our faces back right now on air.
Are we?
We are.
Oh,
I'll start.
Lord.
You read your lines. How many do you reckon we need? I got a lot on.
Same. I'm gonna need more than one pack, I reckon. Okay.
I'm actually scared. I'm
feeling quite panicked.
I'm having a bad skin week. My skin's anyway. I'm not making excuses.
Okay, so no soft launch. No, just a little concealer. Oh, that's what I said just before we started. Just a little bit of concealer. That's so bad. We're breaking the filter feed in real time and we're taking off our makeup. We're going to present to you guys our real faces, the ones that have carried us and protected us and told our stories without apology.
This week, give yourself 5 quiet minutes before work, after bedtime, wherever the house finally exhales. Sit with a hand mirror and simply look. Let your makeup face be seen by the only gaze that matters, yours.
Trace the laugh lines that prove you've lived. Clock the sunspots from summers you'll never regret. Say hi to that rogue chin hair. She's persistent, isn't she? If you're up for it, maybe even try a mantra.
Try, I love this face and everything it's witnessed. Or, this face is my oldest, dearest friend.
It might feel awkward, and that's good. Rituals often do it first. But teeny tiny acts like this are resistance in a world smoothed over by filters. You can't Photoshop your way to self-acceptance. You have to practice it.
Aging isn't brave, It's a privilege. So let's stop apologizing for time and start wearing our lines like medals. We've earned every single one.
And it feels really silly sitting here and going, it's so brave.
We're so brave.
You're
What a
so
cultural
brave.
movement. What a cultural reset.
Right, like two white women take off their makeup. But it does feel really uncomfortable.
It feels vulnerable.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about Pamela Anderson and what it must have been like for her. She's older. She was known for this, like crazy makeup looks. And she went out into the world in front of paparazzi with no makeup on. I'm freaking out and I'm in a studio with one other person here.
She continues to do it as well. Like she's really...
She's lent in.
Oh, I've got an event tonight and I thought I'm going to have to go home, race home, put a whole new face back on.
Right.
And then I thought maybe I just go as is.
Barefaced, would you?
I don't know. I don't know if I've got
Stay
it in me.
tuned. Let's see what Tully does.
You ready? I actually feel great. I hate makeup. I feel so much better without
I fucking
it.
love makeup more than anything on this planet.
You look beautiful. You do. You're having a good skin
gross.
day. I'm having a shocking skin day.
We're going to hear from GoTo, the people who make self-help possible. Hold tight and we'll be back in a minute.
Mags, what is the best decision you've made this year, apart from starting this podcast?
Getting rid of my highly flammable velour dressing gown.
Be for real. That is absolutely a lie.
That's true. All right, I would say my best move has been getting much more serious about my skincare. And the unsung hero has to be the 2-pack punch of the much brighter, plumper skin set from GoTo.
I can vouch for this. This is no word of a lie. You even sent me a photo of your empty bottles just last week. This effective serum duo is essential for every face, every day. Much brighter skin brings glow and antioxidant protection in the AM, while much plumper skin gives hydrated, bouncy skin in the PM, or as Maggie likes to call it, dressing gown hours.
The result is plump, radiant skin plus a bucket load of compliments. Not from Tully, clearly. Apply 1 pump of much brighter skin to clean skin every morning, followed by oils, creams, and SPF. Use 3 to 4 drops of much plumper skin every night on damp skin, then follow with oils or night creams.
Layer them together when you want the glow and the bounce. Just remember, bright goes first, plump goes second.
Dressing gown goes third.
I really seriously worry about you. Find out more at www.gotoskincare.com.
Okay, Tal, so this week's scoop is actually a headline from Elle Canada. And the title, your peeps.
I was going to say.
Your peeps over at Elle.
My employees.
The title I loved and I screenshot it and sent you just
I'm
before we
watching
came
it. I'm
in
looking
here.
at it as well.
And so the headline reads, Real teeth are back. Move over Hollywood veneers.
Discuss.
My
first thoughts are, can we not please put my beautiful boyfriend who was a dentist out of a job?
Soz Ned.
He needs to find me a ring first. No, I love this. I agree with this. I had shocking teeth.
No, see, Tully, this is what I was going to say. I loved your freaky little teeth. I miss them.
My overbite, my crowded mouth.
So cute.
Am I going to say this publicly? I guess I am. We can always edit it out. I sucked my thumb till I was 19 years old.
That is nuts. But kind of really.
Ellie goes, sure. So I had quite a mouth going. I had an overbite. Wow. I had quite a few things going on.
I'm silenced by that statement.
You didn't know that?
19 years old.
So I have veneers, but in saying that.
And a therapist.
I have many things wrong with me. In saying that, I love this trend. I love quirky teeth.
Yes.
Ned also had a massive gap in his 2 front teeth.
He did. And one of the first times I met Ned, and he said that he was a dentist. And I said, what made you want to become a dentist? And he said, well, I had these teeth that I didn't love. And every time I smiled, I was kind of embarrassed. And he showed me a photo and I thought, I really like your old teeth. But cute. We both know that I've got a bit of a thing for weird teeth. So I bring to the table Amy Lou Wood.
Love her.
Right, actress from White Lotus.
Sex Education.
And her sister, TikTok makeup star Emily Wood, I think her name is. Both of them have quite prominent buck front teeth. And it's totally their look.
Yeah. I mean, Bianca Jagger would be out of a job if she fixed her teeth.
Exactly.
Who else do we have?
Oh, I mean, there's endless. I've got pretty, do I?
You have great teeth. Are they natural?
Yeah.
No braces, nothing?
Oh, absolutely had braces. And I've got a
Wire.
A wire underneath.
If you guys
What
need
a podcast, you
if
guys.
you guys need a
no
wire-
makeup. We're sitting here opening our mouths for everyone to see. Anyway, Ned's job obviously is to perfect teeth. You had your teeth perfected as well. What do you prefer, old teeth or new?
New teeth for sure.
Wow.
Although I am sad now because apparently we can't get a Colgate couples campaign because they only want people with natural teeth. So
There you go. Heard it here first,
shot
people.
ourselves in the foot there, didn't we?
It's my time to shine.
Okay. I feel like with this third segment in the podcast, you can really tell which has been my idea and what's been Maggie's idea
Totally.
in terms of the segments. For our light and fluffy segment for this week, we are going back into our cursed notes app on our phones to share with you, dear listener, something I know for a fact we all possess.
Fact, there is not a woman on this planet that is not walking around with this list. Indeed, it is a truth universally acknowledged that every female on the planet has a note in her phone featuring a ginormous list of future baby names.
Low-key love that Jane Austen reference, by the way, Mags, but that is honestly facts. Mine has been running since, I want to say like my early 20s.
Can you check what time you made a note?
No, because when you update it, it updates to the...
But I think mine's the same. It's pretty old.
It does get updated and edited regularly. Usually every time one of my girlfriends has a baby and steals one of my baby names, you bitch, before I've had a chance to use it.
And for some reason, there's always like 50 girls' names and
oh my God,
like 2 boys' names.
Yes, why are boys' names so hard to figure out?
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, we thought we'd play a little game because we love a little game.
We love a little game.
We are going to get our baby names list up. Here's mine. Whoop. Pick 5 each, and then the other is going to rate them simply with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, so a yay or a nay. So we'll do yay and nay for the audio listeners, and a thumbs up, thumbs down for you guys.
Got it. I think this is going to be quite interesting because we both know that I quite like unusual names.
Oh, what do you?
I mean, my child is Araminta Helena Hudson Kelly Morgans the first.
Do you say that in that accent when she's in trouble?
Every time, and I expect her to also say her name like that.
Really?
But anyway, we both kind of have like a weird taste in names.
We do. We do like interesting names.
So I think this is going to be
I'm
quite
also
funny.
scared to I don't want to give my good ones away.
I was going to say, I'm one and done, sister. So my name's claimed. I've claimed my name. But this is a long list. I don't know if you can see this on camera.
Do I pick ones that I don't think I'll be able to convince Ned on maybe?
Do you think we just yell them at each other until we stop?
No. What?
Okay.
Do you know how long I'll be going for? Okay. You go first.
Okay. So for my girls list, I'm going to give you the first 5.
I'm probably going to, I feel like I'm going to hate it. Go on.
So the first one I think I need to spell out as well. So it's Siggy, Sigge.
Siggy. Like Siggy butt brain. Like if you
I
guys,
think it's Swedish.
even Ali's
just
laughing.
Yay or nay?
Nay. I'm sharing this one because I can't use it for obvious reasons. Wren, like the bird, wren.
Oh, yay. Definite yay.
Yeah, but wren rot.
Renrod. Oh, Minty's Minty Morgans.
Yeah, but it rolls up. You can say that. And, anyway, this is neither here nor
Sounds a
there.
bit like an exotic dancer though. But anyway, yes. Okay, next.
Okay, your turn.
For a girl, we also have Ace.
Ace, that's cool.
We like
That's a
Ace.
yay.
Yay.
That's like a sexy unisex name. I do love unisex names. Okay, also for a girl, Hattie. That's
Sorry.
a nay?
Oh, sorry. I think that's an A.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
That's
very,
fine. You haven't hurt my feelings. Go on.
I mean, if it's going to make you feel better, I'm going to come back to you with a boy's name now.
Okay.
Gulliver.
That's exactly, Ali. Jesus, that's a nay from me.
We just heard a whisper
Yeah,
from off
Jesus.
camera. Jesus.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Minnie.
Love.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything that's like minty, mini. I think it's cute.
But
Yeah.
Minnie.
Like Minnie Mouse?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, your turn.
I think this is in the same vein. Birdie.
Love it on my list as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I love Birdie.
I suspect
but
we
wait,
have
how
a few.
you spelling it?
Birdie.
Yes, same.
Okay.
This is actually one of Ned's favorites. Bunny.
Oh, it's my sister's dog. Also, Bunny's
it is
giving
your
like,
sister's dog.
Yeah.
That dog's no good.
We'll cut that out.
Dog.
Damn dog. Also, my sister's dog looks a bit like a tuck shop lady, so I just don't think Bunny's where we're
Okay, so that's a nay for Bunny.
All right, for a girl, Lux.
Love it.
Virgin
Lux Lisbon.
suicides.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes we are supposed to be friends. Except, okay. Okay, now this is going to be controversial. I love this name. I'm sharing it because it's been vetoed for obvious reasons.
By
Ned.
Oh, so you've had the baby name chat.
Oh, babe, he's asterisk the one he likes in my list. That's how close we are to this. Yeah, sweet. Nate. Why are you pulling up? Maggie's pulling like a grimaced face because she knows that I dated a Nate, and that's why it has to be vetoed. But I just think it's a hot boy's name.
It is a hot boy's name.
And he was hot.
I pose this question to you. Can you like a name but not like the person? Like if someone gives a name to their child and you're like, oh, I know her.
Yeah, no.
I think names hold stories.
If there was a bully at my school called something, then I'm not going to,
You can't use that name. Okay.
Finish this off. I want you to finish this off on a high because I know it's going to be good.
I shall press on regardless.
I shall press on regardless. Computer.
I shall press on regardless, and I'm going to end this game with a real doozy. I'm not even quite sure how to pronounce it, and I think it was a Greek goddess. Cassiopeia. Casaeopia. Cassiopeia.
Purely for the way that is spelt, that is a nay from me, friend.
Maybe in Australia they could shorten it to Cassie.
Still a nay from me. That is a nay from me. Thank you so much for playing the baby games. Please feel free to send us your thoughts and feelings on our selected baby names list.
Just not of my actual baby because that one's too late.
No, Araminta stays.
All right, babes, we'd love to stay and keep chatting, but I'm about to have a panic attack with no makeup on my face, so our time is up. Tully, will that be cash card or makeup wipe?
You look absolutely beautiful, and I truly mean that. Lucky for you guys, Self-Help is all about free advice from two women who have spent a lot of money on theirs, not so much money on makeup remover because I'm not supposed to use wipes, I don't think.
Each week, we'll be inviting you to pull up a chair and let us spill the tea on what we've learned, not just from therapy, but from the roller coaster of life.
The wins, the mess, and the surprisingly sound advice we've gotten from strange women in nightclub bathrooms at 2 a.m. when someone asked, does anybody have any powder?
Any bronzer? Exactly.
We're here for each other and hopefully for you too.
If you like what you've heard, hit subscribe, leave us a glowing review, and follow us on Instagram at selfhelpedpod. Validation is our love language.
We'll be back in your ears every Thursday, wherever you listen to your podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to Self-Helped.
We'll see you at your next appointment. Don't be late.
This episode was brought to you by GoTo, undeniably effective, effortless skincare. Find out more at gotoskincare.com.
We'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, the traditional owners of the land on which we've recorded today's episode, and pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging.
Always was, always will be.